little sloths. And everyone has these machines these days. Where have I been? I want not low calorie, I want high calorie. I want Coke. Coke, 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 Coke. Okay, here we go. Oh, different, cherry, vanilla Coke, vanilla Coke. Oh, cherry vanilla. Let's do vanilla. You guys, this is so greasy. Oh my gosh. And yes, there are some people walking around behind me, but you know what? Life's too short to give it. Oops, I just cursed. Ah, this is a children's show. Don't worry, children, no more bad words. Okay, so, famous Five Guys right now. And look at all these peanut butter, peanuts. See these? These are free. Free. I like free. You guys have to ask questions. I just asked the guy who's making the french fries if he'd be willing to turn the music down. I'm like, I'm making a video for my sloths, and please, like, if that's okay, just for, you know, for a little bit while I'm here. And he said, yeah, no problem. See, I was a little nervous to ask, but you have to ask questions. These are so greasy. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are big. Hi little sloths, welcome to another mukbang. This is my live eating show and I'm so happy that you're here. And okay, this is the surprise. Remember yesterday I was like, I have a surprise for y'all. Well, this is my surprise. It's still the same day. I'm still wearing the same shirt. And I'm wearing red strategically because that was my Wendy's shirt, you know. Because I want to wear colors that match. If you notice, like, I'm careful with that. My Taco Bell had a purple shirt on. Today, I have a red shirt on for the Wendy's. And I was actually going to go to Subway, but I am so hungry. It's like 4:30 right now, p.m. And I like to eat dinner at 4. And anyway, so I biking on my way to Subway, and I pass a Chipotle. I'm like, oh, that might be better. So I pull over, and I go into the Chipotle, and I walk in. Well, first of all, it's a hassle getting my bike onto the bike rack, my thing. But once I get in there, so crowded, so many people, the music was loud, it was chit-chattering, $5. So I was like, I can't do this. And I looked across the street, and I found Five Guys. I am at Five Guys Burger House right now. Five Guys Burgers and Fries. This was one of my favorite, I have this right here. Oh, this place was one of my favorite places growing up as a kid because I loved their burgers. Like, I was never a big meat eater. I never craved like steak. I hated ribs. I hated, steak was chewy and bland to me. But here they prepare their meat really well, and it's not the meat that tastes good. That's what we get in food. It's the way it's prepared, right? So it's in peanut sauce with the fried onion. Like, no other restaurants put fried onions onto their burgers. So the burgers were always really nice, and the mayonnaise and everything. But now I don't eat meat, and I'm like, okay, what? Well, the fries I can eat. And I got 2 orders of large fry, which, by the way, each bucket of fry, it's this big. It's a big bucket. Wow. It's, okay, it's the same size almost as the small drink I ordered, which, by the way, is, as you saw, Coca-Cola vanilla. And yeah, so it's $4 or something like that. So it's a little pricey, but you know, Five Guys, their tradition is once you get your bag, which is full of grease, and that's how you like it, you know. You gotta have the grease for your arteries. Well, they put an extra 2 scoops in for you. So it's time for me to enjoy my mukbang. Let me have my first French fry from Five Guys in like 4 or 5 years. Hands down, some of the best French fries ever. Well, first of all, their French fries taste really good because, you hear the music? Well, their French fries taste really good because they actually hand slice them themselves. Well, I don't know if they do it back there, but the company does it. It's already prepared. It's like fresh potatoes. And I said it's made in peanut sauce, which is abnormal for most restaurants to have, you know, their stuff made in peanut oil, not sauce, peanut oil. Is it me or is the music loud again? I asked him to turn it down. Maybe it was louder before and already it's starting to, I don't know. This is so good. So happy surprise. How many of you are happy that I'm still here today on the same day? Oh, is that my phone? Yeah, okay. I'm sitting on my book bag. I'll show you. Oh, wait. My camera case going flying everywhere. No! No, what? Honestly though, you guys can believe me if you want. I'm not, the worker was just walking by and I don't want to take the camera and like point it down to my behind and be like, boo boo, like, no. These are like so good. People walking by? Oh, I forgot. Hey, I got an empty container. I'm like, where am I supposed to put my show? So, at Five Guys, like you saw, I don't know, there's probably a lot of people watching this have never even heard of this amazing restaurant. I can't wait till they come out with a veggie patty, like a pure veggie patty. They have to, oh. I'm so sorry this happened yesterday. It seriously comes out so fast. It's like, I can't even help it. Like, it's like a sneeze, like Donald Trump saying China every 5 seconds. China. Oh, sorry, China. So, anyways, these are the free peanuts that you can get at Five Guys, and you can help yourself to as many as you want. And oh, I'm gonna break one open. My fingernails are still dirty from the. Oh, so good. Oh, you know what's really disgusting that I love doing? How many of you like to do this as well? You take the peanut. You suck out the salt. You can probably suck out a lot of germs and oh, that's so salty. I'm gonna wake up like a balloon. Well, my cheeks are already big, but I'm gonna wake up so big tomorrow. But I love doing that. Oh, it's so good. Oh, my fingernails. I know. I was playing eating this morning. Oh. You know, I went through a phase in my life where I was like, peanuts are really bad. They're technically not even nuts. They're legumes. And when you eat them raw, it's toxic. Next. Yawn. No. Not anymore. Vanilla Coke. I haven't had vanilla Coke for... You guys, this is so special for me. Eating these foods. If I saw myself, I would laugh at myself. Well, I do see myself right now on the screen. Nick, you're crazy. So good. So I have a little story for you guys. So before, you know, I was at Starbucks, by the way, editing yesterday's mukbang. And I started to get the feelings. The feelings came. The infamous feelings. The feelings were coming. I'm like, I need food. My brain's slowing down. And what I had at Wendy's wasn't even that much, really. I did finish it. I finished up a cold potato. But one potato, I mean, heck, I will eat 6 potatoes in a sitting. So I'm a little like behind. So anyways, the first thing I had to do after going to Starbucks and editing that video was I had to go to the bank because tomorrow's my last full day. I don't want to wait till the last minute to get my stuff done. And you know, oh, my charger's over there. My camera charger is plugged into the wall. I hope they don't. Anyways, yeah, I had to go to the bank just to get some stuff done. It's none of y'all business what I had to do. Take out $3 million. Hello. I wish. I wish. Well, you know, if I win the lottery, I don't know what I'll do. I'll buy a house so I never have to pay rent again. I'll buy my parents' a house. And then I'll donate the rest, you know. Anyways. So I go into the bank, right? I hate using those machines. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know, I prefer going in person. I know that takes longer, I know you have to wait in line, but I like dealing with people. I like dealing with people when it comes to this stuff. Even though machines are probably more accurate, I just feel more comfortable, you know? Money is, you know, it runs the world, it runs my life. People are like, oh, you're only making mukbangs for money, oh, you just want that. Excuse me, that's my response. But, well, seriously, if I could live without money, then I would. But the reality is, we need money. Alright, this is my job. I still have to work hard at it. This doesn't happen on its own. Unless this hater is offering to pay my bills and my rent and my food and everything else and my computer, then snip it. So, they look at my card. And the man goes, oh, this is expired. And I said, oh, really? I had no idea. I feel like they turned it up. I seriously do. But anyways, see, they're looking. They know they turned it up. So they're very nice, you know. I was very surprised. I thought I would have to wait for the new card to come into the mail. It would be this whole to-do, and I wouldn't be here to get it, so then Orland's mom will have to hold on to it for me. But they're like, oh, we'll make you a new card right now. Just come to the office. And when I was there, it seemed like happy hour at a bar. People were coming in, laughing, talking, speaking Spanish. People were drinking coffee because they had free coffee. But I hear the guy saying like, let's get beer, yeah. And it just seemed like really informal. The people behind, because they were about to close, you know, 4:30 they close or whatever. So the people behind the counters, they started like talking so like informally to people with each other and talking about like, you know, going to the bar and like I said, like bar talk. I felt like it was happy hour. I'm like, what is going on? And then the man, he walks out, he's like, come to my office. And all of a sudden, I got these flashbacks to when I went to go to the principal's office in middle school and high school and elementary school. They had a special chair for me, not so much in high school, but all the other schools. Yes, they did. So I felt this nervousness. My heart started going ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. And I was like, why? Why do I know why? Here's why. Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry. Come here, come this way, Mr. Perry. You know, like, that's what they said, the secretaries at the office. Oh, there's that bad boy. You know, call down Mr. Perry, you know, call. So I got really nervous. It made me think like I was getting in trouble. This is really good. So anyways, they were very good about getting the card done and everything. And then I had to test the card to make sure it works. And I went to the ATM machine. They walked over with me and they said, we're going to give you $1 to deposit into your checking account to thank you for trying out our new ATM machine. I'm like, oh, free moolah. Ooh, free moolah. I will take the free moolah. And so it's all fancy now. I've never, ever, like I said, I like going in person. I've never used these machines where you put the check in, scans the check, does everything for you. It's automatic. Like, how many of you use that? I feel like a granny right now. Like, oh, I remember the days. At my time, Charles, we had to use the card catalog. We had to use the phone book. Nancy. Oh, that's right, Sally. Yes, we had to use the card catalog at the library. Oh, like all this kind of stuff. The phone book. Oh, I feel like a grandma. So I didn't bring my shaver because I'm so sorry. You'll just get used to it. This is what I do. So I didn't bring my shaver on the plane, and I'm not gonna buy one here. So I'm getting a little scruffy. In 2 days from now when I leave, I'm gonna have a full-on beard. But you guys like the beard. I've seen so many of you do #HairySloth. So, well, thank you, by the way. You know, I like when you guys comment. I read everything. You know what I really like? I love when you comment timestamps. Like, you're like, 12:45. Oh my god, that was so funny. 13:42. You look like poo-poo. You know, 13:42. Did you really just say that? You know, I love when you do timestamps. Because for me, it's fun to like click on the stamp in your comment, it takes me directly to that part of the video automatically, and it'll play it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like that feedback, and it's also good for the other sloths. Excuse me, the other sloths are looking. The other sloths, you know, they like to see what you like, and you know, your favorite. It's like a little review. My favorite part of the video was this. I dislike this part. Oh, my charger. No one's saying anything yet, so I think I'm okay. Anyways. This is just so good. The best price. Okay. People are laughing at me. Oh, let's have another peanut. Be popping like the oil on that skillet with Mr. Noodle. Oh. How many of you eat peanuts like that? Okay. Ooh, salty. Speaking of salt, so yesterday, a friend of mine, you know, he lives here in Florida, and he was like, oh, I'm getting the stares. Ugh. He was like, oh, so do you like the ocean when you come to Florida? He was just curious to know if I like the ocean. And I was like, honestly, no. I used to love it. But after I learned all the nasties that are in it, I was like, no, never again. Yucky. Because, oh, I know I'm talking about this. This stuff is salty, so the salt, I used to swallow so much salt in the ocean. You know, just as a kid, when you're going up and down, I would play on the waves so much. I would use the boogie board. I would do all that kind of stuff. And I would naturally swallow some, like, salt water. And now I know all the crap in there that I put into my... Ugh. Gross. Remind me of my mom. So I'm not gonna talk too loudly, but there's a lady that just walked in and she looked she has the race the manager haircut, chop it really short, and she just looked upset, but her resting face is a scowl. And they said, hi ma'am, how you doing? And then the second person behind there was like, hi ma'am, how you doing? No response. That's my mom for you. Cool. I'm such a foodie. I've always been a foodie. For one time. Oh, peanuts over here. So, one time I had this really like depressing moment of my life. I was living in Washington. Was I in college? No, this is when I dropped out of college. But I was still like living at that house in Virginia. You guys know the story where I gained 60 pounds. Imagine 60, well, maybe at this point it's like 40 or 50. No, I'm like 155 I think. Last time I got checked, 150 something. I remember I went to my friend's house who lives in DuPont Circle, which you guys know. It's a very like upscale area. Full of the gays, full of the politicians, full of like the business people, and more gays and more gays and more gays. It's true. So I was having a depressing moment, and I needed some company, and I needed just I just needed a friend, you know. So I went to my friend's house, and he's like, let's get you some food. And this is when I was on the verge of, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is when I had already started to gain a little weight. And he's like, well, let's get you some food. So first we went to Chipotle, and I got not one but two of those, like, you know, the little baskets that you put in the, you know, you add your top, the beet, what are they even called? I forget what they're called. They're like little like a container like this, and you put your beans and your rice and your cheese and all your toppings. Well, I got 2 of them with extra cheese and sour cream. I ate both, you guys. And then, after that, we walked on over to Five Guys, which is right down the street. And I ordered a thing of fries, dipped them all into mayonnaise, and just ate my feelings away. It felt so good. But you know what? You pay a price. It's not worth it in the end. If any of you are watching this right now, and you're going through these times of like eating your feelings, I was there. I know what it feels like, and you're gonna get out of it. You will. Maybe not the way I did, but there's many ways to get out of that. Oh. And I look back on that. Am I still eating my feelings now? I don't know. I don't think so. I think no. I'm just like, it's time for dinner. There's a difference. I wasn't really like hungry. You know, eating your feelings. When you're eating past hunger, you know, Orland does that sometimes. Shh. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that I told you. But yes, he still does that sometimes. I'll be like, Orland, are you actually hungry? He goes, no. I'm like, stop it. You know, I keep you in check, you keep me in check. I don't think I physically could eat more food. I would just pop. Like I tweeted the other day when I went to Burger King, I was like, you guys, I feel like I'm gonna pop. And so it's hard for him to keep me in check because he doesn't know when I'm about to pop, or he doesn't, you know, it's like, wow, you just vacuumed all that up, like, hello. Whereas him, he'll have one of these and then get full. Anyways. Oh, so salty. Oh. Poor workers. That guy is. He's probably actually really upset because now he's gonna have to sweep. Chimney sweepers. I don't even know. So, anyways, remember how? Oh. Remember when they're like shouting. They're shouting. Oh. Remember when I was talking about the principal's office, feeling like I was in trouble, Mr. Perry? Let me tell you about one of the times I went to the principal's office, and I'll tell you why. Okay, here's something that happened. So in middle school, this is like 6th grade. Okay, anyways. Well, they probably think I'm shouting. Now I'm gonna have to shout over them. So one of the stories why I went to the principal's office. So 6th grade, this was during the time. This is during the time of the swing dance competition. And so I think it was during PE class. You got to choose your partner. The boys went to this side of the gymnasium, the basketball court. The girls went up. I should have been on that side. Well, I shouldn't say that about myself. Because everyone did call me a girl, and it actually really hurt. Because I'm a boy. But, you know, nowadays I'm like, oh, I would love to swing dance with a nice young man. But anyway, so I was on this side with the boys, the girls were on that side, and so we chose our partners, right? And I chose a girl. She was a friend of mine, not like a close friend, just an acquaintance. You know, in middle school you have so many acquaintances, and if you're watching this video and you're like 20 years old, 30 years old, or 40 years old, you know that you don't keep in touch, with all of those people. Yeah, you just move on. So I haven't talked to her for a very long time. Anyways, I chose a girl named Liz Nobby. And then for whatever reason, I got possessed to put my fingers on the middle finger, the frickin' the bird. I just put them up. I was like, hello. I just flicked everyone off. I don't know what possessed me. I don't know what reason I had to do such a thing. Maybe I don't know. Forgot to take my ADD medicine that morning. So did someone else. So did someone else. They forgot their meds too. So I don't know what happened, and one of the gym teachers, Mr. Missouri, starts with an M. He saw me and he said, sit, because we were standing up. And I was like, hello, sit down. Pointed his finger at me, sit down right now. So I was like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And he was like, did you just flick us off? And I said, yes. He's like, go to the principal's office now. And I had to do that walk of shame all the way down, because the whole class was there, and I was on this side of the gym, so I had to walk in front of everyone. The walk of shame. It's the same walk of shame when you're hungover and you come back to the college campus at like 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and your dress is ripped, your heel's broken, your lipstick's all over the place, you're wobbling like this. You know, the walk of shame. I've seen so many girls with broken heels and torn up hair walking up the hill to the college campus. The walk of shame. We all know what they did last night. So I went to the principal's. Of course, he got informed, and you know, I said I don't know why. So I got detention. Just stupid things. I don't know why. I made mistakes, but it's not like they were premeditated, evil, malicious, calculated attacks. I did a lot of stuff just like, I would say accidents, like, oops, knock this over. Oops, I just did something impulsive, and I did it often. I never knew why. Thank God, I've gotten so much better with that. I still make mistakes. You guys that snap me all the time saying, oh, you're so amazing. I'm like, well, listen, I've learned to have humility in my life. I've learned to say yes, I make mistakes. I've learned to say sorry. I've learned to, like, you know, be a better person. And, like, just say, well, the world's still going around, and, oh, hello. So, and just do better the next time around. Thank God we get, each new day is a new day. And, I'm able to do better. So anyways, afterwards, I remember meeting up with Liz Nobby, probably at, I don't know, maybe lunch, or do we even have, yeah, lunch was recess. That's disappointing. We didn't really have recess. That's only for elementary school, which I don't agree with. And she said, Nick, why didn't you just say you were itching your nose? And I'm like, I don't know. She wanted me to, like, lie. She's like, just say you were itching your nose like this. But I don't think that would have flied, because my nose isn't up here. It was clearly, like, above my head. Oh, and my punishment. Excuse me. Besides getting the detention, I got expelled from the swing dance competition. And, you know, Liz Nobby was a skinny girl. She was good. I mean, I could flip her around my arm. Boop. We had a good chance of, like, getting a place. I'm not saying first place, but coming in like 1 through 5 out of the 40 people competing. But I got disqualified because I decided to flick off the air. So that's one time. Sorry, I had to change the camera battery. I'm trying to think of well, here's another time that I got in trouble. Well, okay, let me tell you about, her name was Mrs. Granger, Mrs. Gray, Mrs. Granger, started with a G, and this was 7th grade, and she was my teacher, and she was actually one of my teachers for world cultures, which that was a really good class. And some classes I didn't like math and science and the tool shop, you know, the building stuff where I had to build stuff. No, but that's one of the classes I did like. I loved learning about the Egyptians. Now, when I took that class, I think a lot of this stuff was like, it's before they discovered discovered that the Egyptian pyramids were actually used for something else. They weren't actually used for tombs, and we were taught they were used for tombs, but that's a huge misconception. And we're still trying to, a lot of people think they were energy hubs, and that the Egyptians were advanced civilizations, much more advanced than us, that they utilized the water down below, and this pyramid made this like electric, static, it served as energy for the whole city. Watch the History Channel or the Discovery Channel. Watch some documentaries about it. It's so fascinating. So fascinating. We did not learn that in school, trust me. But anyways, she became like my mediator. She kind of like a therapist. She didn't volunteer. I mean, she didn't get paid extra. But there's me and another boy in the whole 7th grade, because we were divided into 3 parts, because our grades consist of 300 some people. My grade was about 310 people in my graduating class. So middle school, they divide you up into teams: the yellow team, the purple team, the gold team, the silver team, and each team consisted of like 80 to 100 people. So the teachers could get to what, I thought that was very bright, you know, a nice idea. How many of you guys have that? You know, the teachers could get to know you better. It's like a small college feel. If you're sitting in a big lecture hall of 200 people, you're not going to get to really feel the professor. He's not going to really get to feel you, even though that sounds perverted. So there's me and another boy. And I forget if we either stayed after school or like during certain classes we would sit in her room when she had time off, because like she wasn't teaching every hour of the day. She had different cycles, classes. We called them periods. So we would sit in her room and she would kind of like ask us about school. She would like keep in touch with all the other teachers about her behavior. And the other boy she watched or advised had a lot of issues. I looked like the angel compared to him, but my problems were different. My problems were just like sticking up my fingers or something, or like having these weird crushes on girls that I would just say inappropriate things, you know? So anyways, I just got a peanut stuck up my hole. I have a big hole, it's very loose, and it popped out. Popped out like my food. No, peanut stuck in my hole. Anyways, so this teacher, Mrs. Garber or something, she was so pretty. She was older, but very like, my mom would say preserved. She had good skin, she had the manager haircut, but she wasn't like a scary manager haircut. She wore nice clothes and pretty pearls around her neck and pretty jewelry.
Hey, why are you guys eating? You got girls for you.
I love sucking on peanuts. Especially if they're really big, like the end of it. Could suck these for hours. Oh! Professional peanut sucker right here. I should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for doing the best peanut sucking imaginable. Oh. My peanut just exploded on the lady. Now I have a whole audience watching me. Oh! Surprise, I'm here. Oh. Good thing they clean these tables. Can I finish all of it? So many stuff left. I'm coming to get more soda because my lips be salty and it has really filled up. There's like seriously 5 people up against the window all watching. Still working. Oh, I just spilled. No. the cherry vanilla Coca-Cola is a lot harder to swallow. It's like burning my throat. Yeah, it's a lot like fizzier. It's harder. But yeah, I think I prefer the regular vanilla. I need to like mentally tell myself not to just chew on this side. I need to use my teeth. I need to use my set of teeth evenly, or these will get eroded before these. And so when I got this tooth yanked out, remember the peanut got stuck in it? Well, I got it yanked out because I had like a very bad diet and very bad like dental hygiene, and I was just brainwashed basically like not to take care of them. Don't ask, it's a very long story, but anyways, so like for the longest time while it was in pain before it got extracted, which is a whole to-do, that's a whole story for you guys, how I got this tooth yanked out. I always chewed on this side because I couldn't, and I still, you know, any of you guys have dentures or false teeth? Where my well, young people too. Young people have teeth issues. My friend Carrie, hi Carrie, I know you're watching. She's getting her teeth yanked out. No, she got a bunch yanked out. Not all of them. But she went down the same terrible path I went down. You know, there's a book out there called Fruitarianism, The Path to Paradise. It should be renamed Fruitarianism, The Path to the Dentist. Like, seriously. How in denial I was, how delusional I became. I have all these to eat, oh my god. So I googled the calories of one of these, and I forget. So that's the end of my story. So I talked enough about like elementary school and middle school. Now I want to talk a little bit, I know yesterday I talked about the good stuff of my college life. Let's talk about the bad. And I'm not going to go into, so children watching this is still going to be G-rated, but adults will know what I'm talking about. So, one night, you know, it's so exciting when you're getting ready. There's one of the most popular videos out there is called Get Ready With Me. Getting ready to go out for, you know, going out into the club, going out to a bar, you know, to impress your friends, your ladies, your boys, just to feel good about yourself and like get in that special liquid that makes the whole world a better place temporarily. Well, getting ready for that is so exciting. But anyways, one of my favorite nights was freshman year when we went to this bar called Hawk and Dove, which is the same bar my mom used to get drunk at when she went to that same college. And it's so funny because like clearly I was not of age, but a lot of the bars around DC, they don't care. They're gonna be sneaky and they're gonna serve all the underage kids because there's so many of them, and like, I don't know, it's just what happens. I'm not saying it's right, but you know, that's why like when laws are in place, sometimes it doesn't prevent people from following them. The gun laws, people still buy guns illegally. The drinking laws, people start drinking in high school and the parents accept it, and it's just like this shh thing. Those of you in Europe, you don't really experience this, but in the United States it's like, drinking is very like, low-key. Like I remember at my college, the ambulance came to take little girls out from their dorm room and pump their stomachs out of the hospital. Get all that stuff out. No charges pressed, they didn't get expelled, nothing happened. Pumping out the stuff. Every weekend, it seemed like every weekend, there was a girl that fell down this flight of stairs, or this person threw up on the security guard, and like, it just wasn't treated seriously. And I think it's because this country, for so long, 15 and older, 18 and older, and when they changed the laws, people were like, we're still gonna do as we please. So, anyways. Went to the bar, and it was so much fun. And I didn't really like the music, to be honest. I can't even remember what, I just remember not liking it. And also, like, mostly at this place, people were drinking beer. Like, you get your most in beforehand. You do the pregame in the dorm room, on the subway, you're drinking your hard liquor. Then once you get to the place, you're feeling good. And then when you're there, you get a beer or two, because you want to save money. Once you're, you know, cheap. I was cheap. Oh my god. I don't know how I got drinks all the time, but I feel like when people are drunk, they have money, they just pay for everyone's drinks. I would go up to people I don't even know and be like, hey, how are you? They'd be like, hey, you're drinking, here, take my drink, I'll order another. And I'm like, I don't even know you. It happens so many times. My friend Derek go through hundreds upon hundreds of dollars every month on buying drinks. Shoot, that was my allowance for 6 months. But anyways, didn't like the beer, didn't like the music, but I loved getting ready, and I loved being there and feeling that feeling. It's good. How many of you guys would love to see a drunk mukbang? Comment down below right now, and in the comments, do hashtag drunk sloth. Drunk sloth, if you want to see a drunk sloth, I'm willing to do it. I will say I don't like drinking that often because, like I'm saying, it feels good, you have the memories, but also you pay your price. There's a price you have to pay for these things. And the price isn't very good. And I feel like I'm more sensitive now that I'm an old man and I go to sleep when the chickens go to sleep. It really messes me up. So if I ever do one, it'll be like once or twice a year. But yes. One of my favorite places to go, that was even better than Hawkendove, which eventually closed, was called Town. If any of you have ever been to Washington, D.C., there's the place called Town, which is a dance boutique, and it's a gay club. Oh my gosh, it was just so much fun, so many memories, so many like bad things and fun things. I used to go with my friend Beth, and she loved it. Beth had a boyfriend from Germany, and he was going to school at like American University, but she loved coming with me and my friend James because, first of all, no guys would hit on her unless they're like really intoxicated, and it's like friendly. It's friendly. It's not like serious. It's not like I seriously want to do stuff to you. It's like I'm just touchy because I feel good. And there's children here, but they had go-go dancers. Oh, like up on the poles and on the stage, and she would just like sit there. No, she would just stand there in the middle of the crowd dancing and just stare. Be like, wow, I feel safe. I can have eye candy. That was very fun. And one of my favorite parts was from 9 to 11, or from 10 to 11, they would have the drag queens come out and sing and dance. And every Friday, I think it happened every Wednesday through Saturday. I could be wrong, but I usually went on, like Fridays was definitely, we're going to town. So that was like my main night to go. And they always had the drag queens, and they had these so like embellished and robust and over the top in these outfits and these wigs, and they would play the music and lip sync, and they would walk around, you put money into their shirt or whatever, and because you're supporting them, that's their job, to entertain you. It's like tipping a waiter. Well, it's polite to tip the drink, especially they come up to you and they like touch you or like sing a song to you. You're supposed to put money into their so like a credit card. There you go. That was one of my favorite times. And everyone would just stand around the center. I want to say ballroom. It's not like a ballroom. Just the dance floor. And everyone would watch. People had their phones. People would cheer and clap to the music. I loved it, you know? And I think it's just like a very safe space for people like that to do that. Obviously there's bad things that happened. The Orlando shooting just recently. But in general, it's important that those, you know, I don't want to get all sentimental. So that was always fun for me. And you know, I was supposed to play the saxophone in 4th grade. And the teacher, she looked at me and said, "Your lips aren't properly suited for the saxophone. You can't blow hard enough." And I was like, it was my main choice. It was my main, like, I wanted to play the saxophone and I didn't have the right lips. Now, ask a lot of people, and I think my lips are pretty good for blowing. Wow, I just said that in front of 15 people. Anyways, so that's why I picked up the violin. It was my second choice. And then it ended up being like a little mini career for me. But that's the thing, you know, with children, they hear this, but they don't make the connection because they aren't aware. They aren't aware of what you're talking about. My parents, my mom used to have, oh my gosh, it's coming. My mom used to talk to my dad, like if we're in the car on our way to the beach, or we're on the way to the pool, or like a family vacation or a family outing, whatever. And this is when like ages, you know, until we could speak until like 7 or 8. My mom used to talk to my father in like her own they came up with their own language. They would just add like eta after every word. They would add like a syllable after every word to confuse us. Take a kid to a pula after a dinner. And it would really confuse me as a 4-year-old, but they were basically saying, after dinner we're gonna go to the pool, like talking about grown-up stuff, or like things they want to surprise us. My mom was sneaky. So much is left. So, wow. If you ever come to, I'm a hungry guy, you know, I eat a lot. And I thought 2 would be sufficient. But since they put in those extra scoops into the bag, like 1, really feel, oh my God, what am I gonna do with this? Maybe I'll donate it. Find someone on the street. You know, because I'm actually full now, and I don't want to just shove it in to be a monster. You guys know I can eat, I could shove it in. But I haven't had a single piece of fruit or vegetable. Oh, I did. At Wendy's, I had a piece of lettuce and a raw onion. There you go. You guys, my little sloths, thank you so much for watching me eat. Thanks so much for eating with me. Please let me know like what you had, and oh, I just feel really good. I need more soda. I also want to say right now, recently I've got a new little cluster. What do you call a group of sloths? Fishes are called something, a pool of fish, a cluster of chickens. You know, there's names for groups. What do you call a group of sloths? Someone please find that out for me. But anyways, I just want to, you know, give you like a warm welcome and say thank you for finding my channel. And really, I hope that we can just keep each other company each day and eat, and I'm glad that like we're spending time. I appreciate you, I really do, and especially when you leave comments. It means a lot, and I just want to make a point of thanking you right now. So I am full, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow, my sloths. So alive, I'm so alive, I'm so alive. Why am I not fat? What? Oh my God. What happened to my bicycle? Little flimsy lock. It's still holding up.
And you had 2 kids.
I am in downtown Delray Beach on my way home, and I thought that I would film just a little bit because it's very commotion, like a locomotive. Everyone's out and about and talking. What day is it today? It's Friday. It's Friday night. That's why. They have a live band over there, which you can't really see, and everyone's just hanging outside the bars and the restaurants. See, now I want to drink. Go make friends.